How's it going, everyone? The Salamander Man here, back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm not going to be looking for any salamanders this time around, but there are two very interesting things that I want to show all of you. And the first thing is this right here, what appears to be a large pond. It's actually an incredibly large vernal pool, which is directly tied to salamanders and many other amphibians. So the next thing that I want to show all of you is something that is actually unrelated to salamanders. It's actually something that I find to be very interesting, exotic, or almost even otherworldly, and that is the pink lady slipper orchid. And in this area, there are native wild orchids around, which is a really uncommon find. So since they are actually not far from this location here, I figured it would be a great opportunity to show all of you this really amazing looking flower. So before that, I'm going to break down the importance of a vernal pool though. Now when it comes to vernal pools, the first question is, what is a vernal pool and why are they so important? Well, this looks like a huge pond, but vernal pools could be many different sizes, and they play key roles in the lives of many amphibians. Vernal pools are depressions within the ground that fill up with melted snow, ice, and rain over the winter and spring seasons, and usually dry up during the summer. And due to this, they lack permanent predators such as fish, making them the perfect location for many amphibians to come and breed and lay their eggs. Now, this location in particular usually retains water even throughout the summer and is a very well-known spot for many spotted salamanders, chorus frogs, spring peepers, and many others that migrate here to start the next generation of their species. Now, due to the unique habitat of the vernal pool, there's plenty of other animals that take advantage of this as well. Ducks will often take refuge here, but there's other birds that may prey on the salamander larvae or tadpoles or even the eggs that are laid here. So this is a very complex and unique habitat that plays a key role in the lives of not just amphibians, but other animals as well. Now that we just got to check out that vernal pool, I want to show all of you this really incredible native orchid, and that is, again, the pink lady slipper orchid. Now, orchids tend to be a very uncommon find due to various reasons that I'll get into in just a moment. But I quickly just want to mention something that I've said before in a previous video, that I will not be disclosing the locations that I go to due to the risk of people coming out here and potentially collecting these animals, or in this case, a rare flower such as a wild orchid. So with that said, I want to show all of you this really awesome looking flower. It doesn't take long for me to find it here, as uncommon as they usually are. This location in particular is home to a ton of different orchids sprouting all around. And you can see by the iconic pink bulb-like flower that it has. And what separates orchids from many other plants is the distinct leaf that it has as well. So what I'm going to do is set up my other camera and give you all a really great look at these really amazing, almost otherworldly in terms of appearance looking flowers. And then I'll tell you a little more about them as well. As mentioned a moment ago, orchids are quite an uncommon find in the wild due to various reasons. And perhaps one of the biggest reasons is due to the fact that wild orchids depend on a certain type of fungus to be present in the soil in which they grow, because they lack the necessary nutrients as a seed. And due to this dependency on the fungus being present in the soil, the pink lady slipper will not grow in soil without this fungus. However, there is also another key factor that complicates the situation for this orchid even further, and that is pollination. Because these flowers lack nectar, bees often do not pollinate these orchids. And if pollination is successful, then of course, the seeds that are produced will require this certain type of fungus to be present in the soil in order to grow. This orchid is found in shaded areas, usually underneath trees, and the flower usually starts to bloom during the month of May. Some orchids have already fully bloomed, while others are just starting to grow their flower, like this orchid shown here. And other orchids have yet to grow their flower at all, and this could depend on how old the orchid is, as it takes many years for an orchid to mature into a flowering plant. Alright, I'm going to wrap up the video here. We just got to see that incredibly large vernal pool that plays such a distinct and key role in the lives of many different animals, and especially salamanders and frogs. And we also got to see that really interesting, distinct looking orchid. And I know orchids and flowers are totally unrelated to salamanders, but when I am out here, there's really so much to see out here, including the animal life and plant life. And if you know where to look, you might just stumble upon something quite remarkable like that orchid. Now, before I end the video, I just quickly want to mention the vernal pool again. You may remember a while back that I posted a spotted salamander documentary trailer, and the vernal pool that we just got to see in this video will be featured in that documentary. Now, I don't have a release date yet, as it is still a work in progress, especially with current circumstances, but that is in the works along with the Eastern Newt documentary. So with that said, I am going to wrap up the video here. I hope you all enjoyed the video, possibly learned even a little bit more about salamanders and the complex lifestyles and habitats that go along with them, and even gained some more insight as to the wildlife and even plant life that's really all around you if you know where to look. So until next time, everyone, I am the Salamander Man, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, share, comment down below, and subscribe. Your support is very much appreciated.